I was very pleased to see that Itamar Ben-Gvir has now organized a police group to monitor the activities of leftists, agitators, and provocateurs in the territories. I've looked at the record, and I can't find an instance where any of these individuals, these leftists, was ever arrested, let alone indicted for anything in the even though they were filmed pushing soldiers, spitting at soldiers, throwing excrement on soldiers, joining the local Arabs in burning Jewish fields, destroying harvests and the like. But what happened? I was reading the Jerusalem Post's coverage of this story, and there was one little paragraph describing what Itamar Ben-Gvir had done, and the whole rest of the article was devoted to the response of the leftists. And this is suggested to me that they're scared, as well they should be. So here we have the situation where our unit, this one unit, Netzach Yehudah, has been singled out right now based on a blood libel. Now, when my son-in-law, whose name I'm not going to mention, at the beginning of the war, called the mobilization center to ask why wasn't Netzach Yehudah, all the Milim, mobilized.
The reserve soldiers.
The reserve soldiers mobilized to fight. He was told two things. First of all, we don't know who you will serve in war. And when my son-in-law pursued this line of reasoning, the answer was as follows. You guys sing Hatikva in the morning when you raise the flag, and you also sing Ani Ma'amin. Worthy of King David's army, I might add. So that was one thing. The second thing was when my son-in-law asked, why does this bother you? The answer was, we don't trust you. We don't know whether you will follow our orders or the orders of Torah. And my son-in-law basically said, what do you care? We're willing to put our lives on the line right now, all of us. There was over 100% volunteerism amongst the Milim in Netzach Yehudah to go fight in Gaza or wherever else. There were just a handful that were called up to be used. So
let us hope that there are many, many more soldiers, not just in Netzach Yehudah, who will be a cause or causes for similar concerns in certain echelons of the military. Amen.
So what I am doing tomorrow with my stepson, whom I'm very proud of, he was and is a good Jewish soldier. I'm going to talk to some people about how we can mobilize the Israeli people to show support for Netzach Yehudah. I don't know what form this will take, but it's got to be across the political spectrum, and it's got to be strong enough to show the Americans you haven't succeeded in driving a wedge between these Jewish warriors and the people of Israel. And I'm proud to say, I'm going to start on this podcast, I stand in full support with Netzach Yehudah, and I am proud of my son-in-law, and I am proud of all of the Chayalim in Netzach Yehudah who serve honorably and at great sacrifice to defend the land and people of Israel.
The vast majority of Jews, both in Israel and around the world, are of the same opinion.
I hate to use polling, but all the polling suggests this. So I'm going to try something starting tomorrow to get this started. And I hope that everybody who hears this podcast will share this with their family and friends and acquaintances, that be ready. to show your support when the opportunity presents itself for this wonderful, wonderful combat unit of Jewish warriors. So this may, it's like Balaam and Balak all the time. They came to curse us, but they actually got a response that was unanticipated by them. And I have confidence that that will be the case also in this matter. We'll see.
As happened with Bil'am Harasha, the evil Gentile prophet who came to curse the Jewish people. He came to curse, but in the end, he had no choice, as it were, but to bless us.
Correct.